The NFL Week 3 is underway. It's time to get your picks in right after this. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Pigskin Picks, brought to you by Locker app. You can see it right there. Listen, go to your app store, download the Locker app. Make sure you guys, when you download the Locker app, you join TWBEN Sports. That's my league. You're going to be a part of my league so we can play. It's the #1 fantasy app out there. Again, join TWBEN Sports League. Once you go ahead and sign up and get all your stuff filled out, you're going to want to join that league. All right. They were willing to match up to $100 at one point. That promo may still be underway, so go ahead and take advantage of whatever it is that they have to offer. But make sure you join the TWBEN Sports League. All right. Shout out to the Locker app. Make sure you follow right here: YouTube, X, Instagram, Threads. Make sure you like. Don't forget to comment. Make sure you leave and subscribe to the channel as well. You can follow myself at the WayneBreezie and What Mose Knows. He can't be here today. He's under the weather, so I have his picks right here. Speaking of Mose's picks, here is what our records look like on this young season. I'm 21-11. Moses 17-15. I currently have a nice little lead on Mose, and I intend to keep it that way. All right, I intend to keep it that way. Let's go ahead and not waste any time and get right down to the picks. Okay, listen, last week was crazy, man. There was a bunch of upsets last week, man. Like, I didn't really like my record last week. Let me see who I get wrong. I had the Saints losing to the Cowboys. Cowboys got mollywopped. I had the Lions beating the Bucks. The Buccaneers got that dub. I had the 49ers beating the Vikings. The Vikings got the dub. I had the Colts beating the Packers. The Packers got the dub. Right? This is crazy. I had the Patriots beating the Seahawks. I thought the Patriots be able to hold out. Unfortunately, they took the L. I had the Ravens beating the Raiders. This is crazy, man. I was about to say, I made sure I got that one right. And I didn't pick the Eagles to beat. I had the Eagles beating the Falcons. You know what? I don't think I'm going to bet against Kirk Cousins on prime time. So let's get to this week's picks. Oh my gosh, I may have to change up my pick now that I just realized I may be betting against Kirk Cousins on prime time. I definitely don't want to do that. For some reason, primetime football, he just seems to get it in. All right, man. We got the Jets. They're going to be at home. The Jets Thursday night football kicks off. They got the New England Patriots coming in. Unfortunately, I like the Patriots in their matchups. Both teams are 1-1, but I'm going to have to go with the Jets. They got their first victory last week. I feel like they're at home. They're going to be able to turn up. I think they get this dub, although throughout the series, I feel like they will split the series, but Jets at home. Mose also has the Jets at home. Next up, we got the Browns at home. The New York Giants are coming in. You can see the Browns are favored by 6.5 points. Listen, I don't know if the Giants are going to win a game. This is an easy one for me. The Browns don't look too great. David Njoku's probably not playing. I'm hoping you get a big game out of Amari Cooper, but Mose and I are both going with the Browns. Now, you got the Green Bay Packers playing the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans, this is going to be a win that they're looking to get. I feel like Tony Pollard couldn't have a good day against the Green Bay Packers. Packers got Malik Willis, former Titans backup quarterback. So will Malik Willis be able to get a victory over his former team? Titans are at 0-2. I don't think they're going to be able to get this win. They blew it their first time at home. They blew that win. I just don't think they're going to get a win. I'm going to go Packers here. Moses going with the Packers as well. On the road. Interesting. Got the Bears at the Colts. Bears at the Colts. Listen, the Colts just lost to Forrest Buckner. He's on the IR for a while. He's going to be on the IR for at least for the next few weeks. Moses going Colts here. I'm going to go Chicago Bears here. I feel like teams can run against the Indianapolis Colts, and with the Forrest Buckner being out, I will put DeAndre Swift out there, and hopefully he goes hamburger and cheese against the Colts. I do like this matchup. I do understand that AR-15 is going to be playing. That's probably why Mose is going Colts. Had a great game, first game, but unfortunately they ended up losing. I think the Bears defense is going to be too much for the Colts on the offensive side of the ball. And Michael Pittman just hasn't showed up this year. So I'm going to go Bears on the road. Bears on the road. Mose is going Colts. All right, now we got a crazy matchup against, you got the Texans traveling to Minnesota. Minnesota doesn't lose at home. So this is interesting. Like, I like the Texans. I think the Texans are a complete team. They can run the ball well, but they may have an injured Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon is injured. You know what? I'm going to spice this up a little bit. I'm going to go with the home team here. I'm going to go with the Vikings. Moses choosing the Texans. The Texans do have a better, more complete quarterback that's going to look to push the ball down the field opposed to the short stuff. If the Vikings continue to blitz the way they did last week against C.J. Stroud, they should be able to pull out a win here. Sam Darnold may be starting the season off 3-0. I'm going to go with the red-hot Minnesota Vikings at home. Justin Jefferson should be healthy and ready to play, even though he suffered a quad injury. I'm going to go Vikings. Mose is going Texans. Next, we got the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to Nolens. They traveling to Nolens, y'all. All right, they're going to be in Nolens. Let's put the airplane ride. Let's get it going. Yes. All right, listen, Alvin Kamara looks like he's playing some of the best football of his career. I told everybody in my fantasy show, make sure you check out What's Your Fantasy. It's right here on this channel. I said Alvin Kamara is going to be a sleeper. Make sure you pick him up. He got drafted late in a lot of rounds. He had a phenomenal game. #1 fantasy football player last week, 4 touchdowns. Finished scoring about 44 points if you play PPR. Listen, the Eagles will have their hands full traveling on the road to take on the red-hot New Orleans Saints. I think the Saints going to start 3-0. Moses going Saints as well. So we're both going with the Saints, right? Cheer. Pittsburgh Steelers at home. Here come the 2-0 Los Angeles Chargers. Yes, Jim Harbaugh's Chargers are 2-0. They're traveling to Pittsburgh. Here, this is where it gets crazy. I want to go Chargers. I do. I want to go Chargers. But Herbert's dealing with some type of weird injury. They're not really disclosing it. Will he be good enough to take on T.J. Watt and company? I know that the Steelers are struggling to score touchdowns. I understand that they're struggling. I'm going to need Mike Tomlin to just let Justin Fields play his style of football at this point, get this dub, get his team to 3-0. Moses going Chargers. I'm going Steelers. This is a 50-50 split, too, on my ESPN Pick'ems. It is down the middle. One of these teams will be 2-1. You got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosting the Denver Broncos. If you play fantasy football, you're probably going to want to start Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. This is probably either the #1 or #2 defense you're going to want to start this week. I know this is not the fantasy show, but I can't help myself. Listen, I think that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense is going to be too much for the Denver Broncos. They've already proven that they can't really run the ball. If they can't run the ball, they're going to force Bo Nix to be one-dimensional. It's Buccaneers for me. It's Bucks for Mose. Next up, this is the other defense you're going to want to start because they're playing the Carolina Panthers. Now, the Carolina Panthers are going to have a new quarterback. Yes, new veteran quarterback. Andy Dalton will be starting for the Panthers. There's no more Bryce. He is done. He's been benched. This is going to be interesting. And this means that the Panthers may put up a little bit of a fight because now they got a veteran quarterback. But I think the Raiders, coming off their first victory at home, they're going to find a way to squeak a win. I got the Raiders here. So does Mose. I think Max Crosby and company is going to be too much still for the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers may not be able to run the ball successfully, which will set them up to be one-dimensional as well. You got the Seattle Seahawks hosting the Miami Dolphins. As you can see, they're 4.5-point favorites. The Dolphins, man, there's no Tua there. And if there's no Tua there, unfortunately, I think they're going to struggle a little bit. It sucks for me. Tyreek Hill is my first pick in fantasy. It sucks, but it is what it is. Jalen Waddle hasn't really been right, and Devon Achane is going to be the guy. Now, he can have a game. Don't get it twisted. He can have a game if the Seahawks can't stop the run, and he can keep his team in the game. But I think it's just going to be too much for the Seattle Seahawks. They're going to be at home. The 12th man definitely will be activated. I got the Seattle Seahawks winning this, and so does Mose. You got the Dallas Cowboys hosting the Baltimore Ravens. And listen, Cowboys are 1-1, and the Ravens are 0-2. And there's nothing in my mind. If I watch the New Orleans Saints come in here and just take care of business, I'm going to need Lamar Jackson to find a way to take advantage of this Dallas defense. Now, I thought the Dallas defense was a lot better than what it was, but Dallas gives up explosive plays. Can Zay Flowers be that guy to be the explosive play down the field? Will they finally lean on Derrick Henry a little bit? Will Lamar Jackson just say, F it, I'll do it myself. I'll run, I'll do whatever. Because if the Ravens fall 0-3, their season is pretty much over. I don't see Lamar Jackson allowing his team to fall 0-3. And if you keep it a buck, they didn't play bad in the first two games. It's just unfortunate events happen. Lost the first game by half a toe. Lost the second game at the very end. It's crazy. Will Dallas lose 2 at home? I think Dallas goes to 1-2. I got the Ravens winning this. Mose has the Ravens winning this as well. 425 game, 425 start, 49ers at the Rams. Listen, if the Niners lose this game, they need to hang it up for the season. That's my team, so I could talk as much trash as I want about them. Unfortunately, there's no way I see the San Francisco 49ers losing this game. Neither does Mose. We're both going Niners. Kyle Shanahan regular season continues to increase over Sean McVay. You got Kyler Murray, red hot Kyler Murray, looks good. He's 1-1. You got the 1-1 Lions traveling to Arizona, baby. This could be a good game. This is going to be a good game. This is going to be a good freaking game. I can tell you right now it's going to be a good game. Listen, the difference between the Detroit Lions and the Rams is a lot. The Lions will run the ball on you. The Lions have a 1-2 punch. I don't know if Arizona is going to be able to win this game, sustain this game at home. I do know that the Detroit Lions don't play, Jared Goff doesn't play as well on the road. Can Detroit Lions stop the Kyler Murray? Can they keep him contained? Can they keep him in the pocket? Can they stop him from getting the ball down the field? You watch what Marvin Harrison Jr. did last week when they blew out the Rams. It's going to be a tough one. Moses going Lions here. Everything in me says go Lions, but you know what? As much as I don't want to see the Arizona Cardinals go to 2-1, I'm going to go with the home team, Arizona Cardinals. I think they're on to something. I'm going to go Cardinals here. All right, I'm going to go Cardinals here. All right, we got Sunday Night Football about to be in action. Sunday Night Football, you got the Kansas City Chiefs playing against the 1-1 Falcons, who just won on Monday Night Football, miraculously got a dub. Kansas City Chiefs are 2-0, but they just don't look good, but they're 2-0. If the Kansas City Chiefs can't figure out their run game, Pacheco's going to be out. Carson Steele's probably in. They got a couple of running backs. I believe they signed Kareem Hunt. I think they picked up somebody else and put him on the active roster. If the Chiefs don't run the ball well, they're going to be pretty much one-dimensional. Will the Chiefs find a way to lean on Travis Kelce? Does Kirk Cousins keep this game at bay and find a way to win on prime time? I'm going to go Chiefs here because they're 2-0. I know that they're traveling. Moses going Chiefs as well. I would not be surprised if Kirk Cobain's, my man Kirk Cousins, finds a way to pull this one out and win on primetime TV Sunday Night Football. I wouldn't be surprised, but everything in me is telling me to go Chiefs. Moses going Chiefs. Got 2 more games for you. 2 Monday night games coming up on Monday Night Football. The first one at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You got the Jacksonville Jaguars, the 0-2 Jaguars, traveling to Buffalo. Listen, Buffalo just proved to me that they can win on the ground and in the air. Josh Allen did absolutely nothing last week, but I think it's going to be a little bit different this week. Josh Allen's going to have to perform. He's at home, so it's not like he couldn't perform last week. He just didn't have to. I think the Jaguars are better against the run, so they're going to probably limit James Cook a little bit, so they're going to have to lean a little bit more on Josh Allen. I just don't see the Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to Buffalo, getting a dub, even though the weather is still decent. I just don't see it happening. I got the Bills here, and Mose also got the Bills. The second Monday night matchup game, this one might be a little boring. I mean, it's the Cincinnati Bengals who just don't look good, and then it's the Washington Commanders who are 1-1. The 1-1 Washington Commanders are going against the 0-2 Cincinnati Bengals. Listen, I don't know if the Bengals can get a win. They don't look like they can get a win, but they're playing against the Commanders and they're at home. Will they find a way to get Jamar Chase going? They have to lean on Zach Moss or freaking Chase Brown. They got to find a way to run the ball. If they could run the ball on this Commanders team, their quarterback will look fine. I promise. Like Joe Burrow will look a lot better if they could find a way to lean on the run game. I got both AFC North 0-2 teams getting their first dub this week. This is the perfect setup for the Bengals to get their first win. It's going to be tougher for the Ravens to get their first win, but I'm going to go Bengals here as well as Moe's. We went Bengals on this last pick. Woof. Man, those are our picks for the week. Make sure you stay locked in. All right. You're not going to want to miss any of the episodes. So make sure you check out some of the old episodes. You can check out last week's episode. You can check out the first episode as well so you can see where we're going with this. Don't forget to check out our sponsors over the Locker app. All you got to do is go to your app store, download the Locker app, search for TWBEN Sports. Join that league, man. Be a part of my league. Let's have some fun. Let's bet together. Let's bet against each other. It's all fantasy football. It's all scenarios. It's super simple. You don't want to miss out on it. And I promise when there are promos out there for you, I'll make sure I'll get you guys the promos. I'm your boy, the WayneBreezie. Well, in honor of what Mose knows he couldn't be here on tonight, that's my dog, man. I hope he feels well. Get well soon, Mose. Love you, big dog. And this is Pig Skin Picks. Till the next time, peace out.